ದಿವಸ ವಿಶ್ವ ತಂಬಾಕು ರಹಿತ ದಿನಾಚರಣೆ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಇವರ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೇ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಆರಂಭಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತಮ್ಮ ಆಸನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸೀನರಾಗಬೇಕು ಹಾಗೂ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಚಂದಗಾಣಿಸಿಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಶ್ರೀ ದಿನೇಶ್ ಗುಂಡೂರಾವ್ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆನ ತಟ್ಟಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಬೇಕಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾನ್ಯರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಯುಕ್ತರಾದಂಥ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು, ಹಾಗೆ WHO ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಯುಟಾರೋ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರತಿಮಾ ಮೂರ್ತಿ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾ ಭುಗ್ಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಜನಿ ಎಂ ಅವರು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೂ ಅಭಿಯಾನ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಅಭಿಯಾನ ಇವರು ಕೂಡ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕಂತ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ದಿವಸ ಬಹಳ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ದಿನ. ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಇಲಾಖೆಗೆ ಮೇ 31 ವಿಶ್ವ ತಂಬಾಕು ರಹಿತ ದಿನಾಚರಣೆಯನ್ನ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತ ಆಚರಿಸಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ತಂಬಾಕು ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದರಿಂದ ಯುವಕರು, ಯುವಜನತೆ ಹೇಗೆ ದೂರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ತಂಬಾಕು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕಾನೂನುಗಳು, ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹಾಗೂ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ರೂಪಿಸಿದೆ. ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಜನರನ್ನ ತಂಬಾಕುವಿಂದ ವಿಮುಕ್ತಿಗೊಳಿಸುವ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಅಭಿಯಾನ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಅಭಿಯಾನ ಇವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸಬೇಕಂತ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಆಯುಕ್ತರು, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಸೇವೆಗಳು ಇವರು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಆಯುಕ್ತರು ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಸರ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ನೋ ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೋ ಡೇ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿರುವ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಸಚಿವರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ದಿನೇಶ್ ಗುಂಡೂರಾವ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಭೆಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ ನಿಮ್ಹಾನ್ಸಿನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರತಿಮಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. I heartily welcome Shri Yutarao Setoya for this honorable gathering. I also welcome Dr. Praveen, who is the India head looking after the WHO to this event. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಭೆಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ MD NHM ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಭೆಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾ ಬುಗ್ಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ ಸಭೆಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗಳು, WHO ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳು, IPHS ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಈ ಸಭೆಯನ್ನು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರಿ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಇದೀಗ ನಾಡಗೀತೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ವಿದ್ಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ ಆಯುಕ್ತರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಸರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ನಾಡಗೀತೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ವೈಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ನ್ಯೂ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫೀಸಿಂದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಮಿತ್ ಯಾದವ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಮಿತ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಸರ್, ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಲೈವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ತಂಬಾಕು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಘಟಕದ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಆಯಾ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ವೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರು ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು, ಯಾವ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಎನ್ನುವುದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಜನಿ ಎಂ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ವಿವರಣೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂತ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
Good morning, everybody. With the permission of the chair, our Honorable Health Minister, and the guests from WHO, and Madam Pratima, Director NIMHANS, and all other our august guests and whoever are visualizing from the far. It's my pleasure to present the Tobacco Control Cell achievement, State Tobacco Control Cell achievement of Karnataka to the guests here. State Tobacco Control Cell, JD Medical being the ex officio member secretary, I take honor in presenting this World No Tobacco Day. Usually the World No Tobacco and tobacco and nicotine products. The young generation is lured by digital media with masked advertisements. That is the theme of this. And there are so many surrogate advertisements like this, where pan parag and tobacco is sold without the knowledge of the celebrated by the World Health Organization every year on 31st of May to raise public awareness about the harmful effects of tobacco products. This campaign focuses on exposing the strategies used by the tobacco and nicotine industries to make their harmful products look attractive. That's why in particular tobacco products are being advertised and sold mainly in schools and colleges. And it is also known that tobacco usage is the gateway for usage of drugs. So smokeless of tobacco, like chewing tobacco, it is reduced from 21 to 16.3%. Smokers as percentage are reduced from 9% to 8.8%, and exposed to secondary it is a magnanimous task because it looks exponential decrease. It's not easy to achieve that rate. So it's my pleasure to announce the Karnataka statistics here. Karnataka there. So in spite of being a tobacco grower, we are able to reduce that. That's what our WHO representative, Dr. Ettore Soudha and our Dr. Praveen expressed here while they are addressing our Honorable Health Minister. Because there are small countries like Himachal Pradesh, it's also pleasure to tell that there is minimal percentage of reduction of even growth of tobacco. The tobacco growers are converted into the other commercial products like this mushroom or something else. So that is becoming a challenge for Karnataka, but still even in that Karnataka is doing well. The National Tobacco Control Program objectives are launched by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 2007. Implementation of the tobacco control laws. Actually, Karnataka, India has signed the WHO FCTC. to bring out the changes in the tobacco usage, tobacco growth, tobacco control, tobacco advertisement. So much implemented in Karnataka when it was piloted in 2012-13. Now it is in the, we are becoming the example all over the world, especially with the leadership of our Honorable Health Minister. The Act itself is amended. Wherever, see, when there is a leader like this, we can achieve anything. Without the legislature, without the law, tobacco control cannot happen. Even now the doctor can treat addiction, the doctor can tell counseling, but when the age at consumption only, if it is increased, that was our Dr. Rajini and Pratima madam was expressing. The frontal lobe maturation occurs at 21. So if at the young generation only, if the tobacco is not, it is not, it's not, they are not approachable to the tobacco products, the addiction rate naturally comes down. So it's the vision of our Honorable Health Minister to make the 18-year age where the tobacco, they can sell tobacco to the 18 years. It is now increased to 21. I request the August gathering to give a loud applause because that's an achievement of. And evolution of NTCP, establishment of NTCP and formation of DTCC, District Tobacco Control Cell, in all districts since 2015. And it is our immense pleasure to tell the Deputy Director here working with Dr. P. Rajini as well as the Deputy Director for Mental Health. She herself is a psychiatrist, and the Tobacco Control Cell, with it is achieving so much with the help of our KABI program and integration of the mental health with the tobacco control. And now it is our pleasure to announce that with our Dr. Anil also is here, tobacco and tuberculosis, that also we are achieving. So we are integrating the tobacco and tuberculosis also in likewise gathering for the data and counseling for the TB patients and tobacco. Both it is happening vis-a-vis together only. So formation of 176 COTPA squads for COTPA enforcement, expansion of NTCP to all districts, capacity building of more than 50,000 stakeholders. And this is the next slide please. Policy level interventions. This is the achievement of Karnataka government. Please be attentive. 2013 ban of gutka. That was the same government, sir, when I was also Deputy Director with the Honorable Speaker's direction. This ban of gutka was done. Then 2016, the second state in India to ban e-cigarettes. And 2019, adoption of WHO FCTC, that's what I was mentioning. Article 5.3 state protocol. On these headlines only we are achieving all this. Then ban on sale of single cigarettes and bidis. Then 2020, this is also another feather in the Karnataka control of tobacco. 2022, introduction of tobacco vendor licensing under all urban local bodies. They have to have a tobacco vendor license even if they have the trade license or anything else. So that is another check on the sale of tobacco. Then 2023, first prize of monitoring tobacco control laws under the Tobacco Free Youth campaign was achieved by Karnataka. And 2024, ban on sale and consumption of hookah. See, I don't know how much pleasure, how much dua our parents of these children are giving for our health minister for banning the hookah, sir. Because this was a tremendous, because of the industrial pressure and the, you can imagine, you cannot ask a petty shop owner to get out of our hospitals if they have acquired it illegally. And how much pressure our minister have got to ban the hookah bar. In spite of that, the ministry is able to achieve it. So it is another feather to the Karnataka state. And it is, I have heard in the mouth of people where we went for this counseling or in our programs, hookah bar ban ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದೆಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ determination ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. So I thank for parents of the all the children, our health minister. Then state level order issued on making it tobacco free workplace at all the working places. Then 2025 amendment of act. There are 4 or 5 key features in amendment. One is 18 to 21. You cannot sell any tobacco to below 18 till 21. Second is this 100 yards is made to 100 meters. Then 200 to 1000 in public spaces. What else, Prabhakar? Another achievement? Single cigarette and BD is banned. So these are all the feathers of Karnataka in amending of the these slides on behalf of the government of Karnataka, and it's my in my tenure it has happened as a state tobacco control cell member secretary. I am happy for that, and I welcome WHO people, and it's a pleasure Karnataka, and that also the WHO representative will make you understand the magnanimity of this award. This is given from the WHO Center Geneva, the Director General Award of WHO. There are 2 tiers of giving award by WHO. It is the prestigious award by WHO. Sir, I thank behalf of State Tobacco Control Cell, the Honorable Health Minister, Pratima Madam, all the august guests on the dais, and whoever visualizing our District Tobacco Control Cell, who have made it achievable through the reaching the people through districts. So I thank one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your nice introductory and setting the context. So the next segment is inauguration. May I request Honorable Minister to inaugurate this program by watering the sapling. So ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ವಿದ್ಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಗಿಡಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರು ಹಾಕುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವ cover the key milestones of the tobacco control program. So let us have a view on the AV.
Karnataka is one of the advanced states in India in implementing the National Tobacco Control Program. Karnataka has led the tobacco control program in India with the approach of policy to practice since 2001. It is the silver jubilee for the Karnataka Tobacco Control Program. The key milestones of tobacco control program implementation in Karnataka are captured. 2001 Enactment of State Act, the Karnataka Prohibition of Smoking and Protection of Health of Non-Smokers Act, 2001. 2004 Formation of State Tobacco Control Cell. 2012-2013 Piloting of National Tobacco Control Program in 2 districts of Karnataka, Bengaluru Urban and Kalaburagi. 2012-2013 Applying for Bloomberg Initiative Grant for Technical Support. 2013 Stated implementation of Bloomberg Initiative project with the support from the International Union Against Tuberculosis and Lung Diseases, the Union. 2013 Formation of District Tobacco Control Cells in all 30 institutionalization of tobacco control and implementation of the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products. The Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act 2003. 2013 Formation of District and Taluk level the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act 2013 Gurkha Ban. 2013-2014 Capacity building of 2,500 more the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act 2003 Enforcement authorities at the state and district level. 2015-2016 Expansion of National Tobacco Control Program to 14 districts. 2016 Second state in India banning e-cigarettes. 2016-17 Expansion of National Tobacco Control Program to 18 districts. 2016-17 Reduction of tobacco prevalence from 28.2% to 22.8% in 5 years. 2017-18 Expansion of National Tobacco Control Program to 31 districts. 2017 Banning of the sale of loose tobacco products. 2019 State level notification by adopting WHO FCTC Article 5.3 State Protocol. 2019 second lowest tobacco prevalence, 1.2% state in India among 13 to 15-year-old children as per the WHO Global Youth Tobacco Survey, GYTS 2019. 2020, initiating state-level amendment of COPA 2003. 2020-21, banning of public spitting to stop the spread of COVID-19. 2022, state-level notification on tobacco vendor licensing by the Department of UDD. 2022-23, effective and sustained implementation of COPA by registering highest COPA violation cases, close to 2 lakhs cases every year. 2023 received first prize for monitoring tobacco control laws under the Tobacco Free Youth campaign by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. 2024, issuing of state-level notification on banning all kinds of hookah bars in Karnataka. 2024, received approval from the Legislative Assembly and Council for State-Level Amendment Bill 2024 and submitted it to the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. 2024, issued Gazette notification declaring all government offices as tobacco-free workplaces. 2025, commitment to upscale tobacco cessation services by integration of brief advice at primary healthcare brief advice approach. 2020 May 2025, received Honorable President, Government of India Assent for State-Level Amendment Bill 2024. 2025 STCC, Karnataka has been nominated for WHO Southeast Region. WNTD 2025 Award. STCC, Karnataka, acknowledges the support and contribution of all key stakeholders of the tobacco control program and looks forward to continuing the support towards a larger goal, vision, that is the adoption of the tobacco-free generation policy to protect a new generation from the tobacco menace and modeling to the entire country.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಜರ್ನಿಯನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗನ್ಸ್ಬಹುದು ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 2-3 ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ಕಾರಣ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ನಮ್ಮ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್, ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೀ ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್, ಜೊತೆಗೇನೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಟೀಮ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈಗ ಮುಂದಿನ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. WHO ಸೌತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ವಿತರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಶ್ರೀ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಯುಟಾರೋ ಸೆಟಾಯೋ ಟೀಮ್ ಲೀಡರ್ NCD WHO ಅವರನ್ನ ನಾನು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮೈ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಯುಟಾರೋ ಸೆಟಾಯೋ ಟೀಮ್ ಲೀಡರ್ NCD WHO ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಜಿಯಸ್ WHO ಸೌತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತು ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ನೋಡಿಬೇಕಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂತ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಇದೊಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಶ್ರಮಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಮೆಡಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀಡಬೇಕಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂತ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಗಳು ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಅಕ್ನಾಲೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೇನೆ ಕೋಟ್ಪಾ ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಆ ಸೈನೇಜಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಪರಿಷ್ಕೃತಗೊಳಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ರಿವೈಸ್ ಸೈನೇಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂತ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಕೋಟ್ಪಾ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೈನೇಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಪ್ರತಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಈ ಮೊದಲು ಅದು ₹200 ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ 1,000ವರೆಗೆ ಪರಿಷ್ಕೃತ ಮಸೂದೆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪರಿಷ್ಕೃತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ಈಗ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇವಲ ಧೂಮಪಾನ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಜಗಿಯುವ ತಂಬಾಕನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸೇವನೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಾನೂನನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂತೆ ಸೂಚಕಗಳನ್ನ, ಸೈನೇಜ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಈಗ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು ಮತ್ತು ಗಣ್ಯರು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 4 ಸೈನೇಜ್, ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 6A ಸೈನೇಜ್, ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 6B ಸೈನೇಜ್, ಇವು 3 ಸೈನೇಜ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು ಮತ್ತು ಗಣ್ಯರು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಸರ್. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ತಾಯಿ ಕಾರ್ಡಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನೋ ಸ್ಮೋಕಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೋ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ಸ್ಮೋಕಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೇವೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮೈ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಶ್ರೀ Dr. Yutaro Sitayo, team leader NCD, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Shri Dinesh Gundu Rao, Honorable Minister, Shri Harsh Gupta, Principal Secretary, Shri Shiva Kumar, Commissioner, Professor Pratamurti, NIMHANS, Rector NIMHANS, Dr. Avinash Ravendram, Mission Director, dignitaries on and off the dais, distinguished delegates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and namaskar. It is my great honor and pleasure that I stand before you today to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the government of Karnataka for its exemplary work in tobacco control on behalf of the WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus. This award, each year, WHO honors organizations and individuals from each of the 6 WHO regions for their outstanding contributions to tobacco control. And for this year, the Karnataka State Tobacco Control Cell has been chosen from the Seattle region, Southeast Asia regional office Southeast Asia region, for this WHO Director General's World No Tobacco Award for 2025 for their exemplary leadership and work on tobacco control. This is a global recognition of the work done in Karnataka. Today we have gathered to celebrate the government of Karnataka's remarkable success in reducing tobacco use, a victory that translates into thousands of lives saved and a healthier future for the people and the future generation of Karnataka. As Dr. Ranjani presented and also saw in the video, government of Karnataka has taken several bold and innovative policy steps, including the state level amendment of COPPA 2003, including increasing the age limit, state level notification on banning all kinds of hookah bars in Karnataka, upscaling tobacco cessation services by integrating brief advice, to name a few. Honorable Minister, your unwavering leadership and commitment to public health is truly commendable. As someone who deeply values public health, I am personally inspired as by the dedication of the Karnataka government to create a healthier future. The success in tobacco control is a shining example of what can be achieved with determination, innovation, and partnership, collaboration with partners. It's not only set a model for other states to follow, but also be very informative for other countries as well. And I'm also sure with strong commitment, as shown here today, Karnataka will make more bold steps toward the fight against tobacco. I was also a smoker back almost more than 30 years ago. I was a university student, ignorant, and started to smoke tobacco. But with some information and knowledge, increased tax, but ultimately it was actually a smell of the tobacco here and a stain in my teeth that promoted me to stop using tobacco. So it is possible to stop tobacco, but at the same time, now industries are making a lot of efforts to make their product more attractive, as I mentioned by Dr. Anjani. They added flavors, they reduced the smells, they reduced the smokes. So it makes it more difficult to quit, especially for the youth. So we need to push further on the ban of tobacco use and its promotion. We should strengthen capacity of the National Tobacco Control Program and tobacco cessation centers. We should work more on schools and youth to empower them with the knowledge to stay away from any form of tobacco addiction or tobacco use. And we should put a lot of effort to sustain the progress made in Karnataka with enforcement and implementation. And the list goes on until we become tobacco free. Once again, congratulations on this significant achievement by Karnataka. And I look forward to seeing continued progress in the success in the future. Universe and WHO is committed to work with Karnataka and other partners. Thank you very much.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. With the permission of the chair, I want to share one more good news. Yesterday, Government of India has given a certificate to Government of Karnataka for the best performance in tobacco free youth campaign 20 last year, that is 2024. This is what is given by Government of India yesterday, sir. Ma'am, these are the two Government of India gave.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. So may I request Dr. Pratima Murthy, Director, NIMHANS, to address the gathering, please.
Everyone, namaskara. What a proud day it is for all of us today. I think this is a celebration for all of us that the government of Karnataka has received the World No Tobacco Day Award for the huge amount of work it has done. All of you know, have heard both from the video presentation and from Dr. Rajni, the enormous amount of activities that have gone on almost for the last 2 decades. And I think I just join everybody in felicitating Shri Dinesh Gundurao, all the leadership at the level of the state government, and all the key stakeholders who've been involved in this whole journey of tobacco control. It's a journey, I think NIMHANS has had the privilege of being associated in many ways with the various journeys that have been done. Not only have we supported the tobacco cessation activities, but also, for example, getting NGOs together, developing the consortium for tobacco free Karnataka. I see Chandar is here in the audience. So, making the whole movement come alive so that people really become aware. There are colleagues from IPH who've been involved. You mentioned the various support of various international agencies, whether it's the Bloomberg Foundation, whether it's other international agencies. The WHO has also played a part in making sure that all of these initiatives come together, and it just tells you that together we can. And I think that's a message for any kind of public health initiative, that it's impossible for any one section, whether it's just government, whether it's just bureaucracy, to be able to do things. It is only when we come together. And I think there is a huge amount, for example, of efforts that have gone in to make sure that the various provisions under COTPA have been followed. Whether it is, for example, making sure that fines are paid. I mean, what a drastic difference we find in public spaces, whether it's the railway stations or the bus stations, that there is hardly anybody. I mean, I'm sure it's not completely gone, but the kind of scenes where people were smoking and spitting and using tobacco in various forms has definitely reduced, and that is something both in terms of having tobacco-free public spaces, workplaces, and so on, so that gradually we do that. Obviously, there is still the huge problem of young people. Although we said that the prevalence of tobacco use among youngsters is lower, we do find that generally the age of consumption of tobacco has been reducing, and therefore I think the alertness on making sure that young people do not start at all, are able to critically think, are not able to simply get allured by advertisements, or the things that come very surreptitiously, including sponsorship, for example. I think that's another very important area where tobacco companies are not allowed to sponsor. And again, that has changed. Maybe even a decade ago, we would see sponsorships by tobacco companies of other kind of sports events and so on. But I believe that tobacco and alcohol companies now are no longer doing it. It's not completely disappeared, but I think that is something that we need to be aware of if we are going to do that. One of the things that is continuing, and I don't think the state itself can do anything about it, it requires a larger thing, are the OTT platforms. I know that the World Health Organization is also trying to fight it, but I think having OTT platforms also not showing tobacco in a glamorous form or a simple way of reducing stress, etc., is something that we all need. Which brings me to another issue, that while obviously we need to tell people not to use tobacco, we also need to address the reasons as to why people use tobacco. And for a lot of people, it is an easy form of relaxation. So obviously finding alternatives, and again in Karnataka, I think we are lucky simply because of the wide range of other sources of entertainment that we have, that people need not necessarily turn to tobacco to relax. But the second reason is people talk of it as a stress buster, which really means that we need to tell people, we need to educate people, we need to have ways of helping people to deal with stress so that they don't have to turn to tobacco or alcohol. I mean, today we're talking about tobacco. That's right. And today happens to be the International Day of Yoga. The Honorable Prime Minister has given a clarion call. We had a program between 7 and 8 where about 500 people participated in the yoga campaign, and coincidentally, from the Health Ministry, Dr. Swasti Charan, who happens to lead the DDAP and the Tobacco Control Program, was also there. So I think it's almost like a meeting of all the stars that this is happening. And finally, I also wanted to say that there are programs which is looking at addressing stress and mental health promotion among students. So hopefully those kind of programs should reduce the initiation of tobacco use. And once you reduce the initiation, the entire sea of problems that can occur with tobacco is reduced. Again, music to my ears to hear that tobacco prevention and treatment has become part of the tuberculosis program, because tobacco addiction is associated with so many health conditions, whether it's TB, whether it's cardiovascular problems, whether it's cancer, whether it's respiratory problems. So making sure, and I think, sir, that is something that we can pay attention to, because providing treatment for people who are addicted to tobacco is very, very critical. And if that can be integrated into all the health programs, particularly the NPCDCS programs, I think people will be able to quit tobacco. And especially when there is a health concern, that is the best time to get people to quit. Sometimes they don't know how to quit, and therefore providing that help in all our programs becomes very important. We have also started, again, very proud to say, it's amazing how things are happening, almost like all the stars are in unison, that we have been approved as the 5th National Tobacco Testing Laboratory, as a fourth National Tobacco Testing Laboratory at NIMHANS. We are also, the World Health Organization recognized, we are part of what is called the WHO TOBLAB net. So we have the capacity for testing all tobacco products. I know Karnataka government earlier was sending these products to Noida and other places for testing. Now we have the facility available. So on a regular basis, not only for Karnataka but all the southern states, we will be able to test all the additives, all the kind of flavors, all the levels of tobacco, etc. as part of this. And finally, one more piece of good news. It's great that Karnataka has got in this year at the World Conference on Tobacco Control. India is getting the Bloomberg Philanthropies Prize for offering the Empower Anta. That is one of the things of tobacco control, monitoring policies, having taxation, etc. The O in Empower stands for offering help for quitting tobacco, for people who want to quit tobacco. And for that, the government of India is getting the prize this year at the international. I think it's really a wonderful celebration of all of these events. And I think at the end of the day, people's health is the most important to all of us. A happy and healthy population is a dream for all of us who work in the health sector. And this surely is one milestone in that direction. And I also wanted to take a moment to express gratitude for everybody who's been involved in this journey. This has been a journey which started with maybe a 1 or 2 steps about 2-3 decades ago, and that has culminated for this award for Karnataka as a huge tribute to everybody who's been involved. Congratulations and thank you.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಭಾಳ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ನೀವು ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಗ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಇವರು ಸಭೆಯನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಸರ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ನೋ ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೋ ಡೇ ಇದರ ಅಂಗವಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸೌಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿಮ್ಹ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿನ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾದಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರತಿಮಾ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ WHO ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಟೀಮ್ ಲೀಡರ್ NCD ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಟಾರೋ ಸೆಟೋಯ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಯುಕ್ತರಾದಂಥ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರೇ, MD NHM ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅವಿನಾಶ್ ಮೆನನ್ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾ ಬುಗ್ಗಿ ಅವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ GD ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಆದಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಜನಿ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಇದರ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಯಾದಂಥ DD ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಜನಿ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಇತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಣ್ಯರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈ NCD ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನೇಕ ಜನ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ Government of Karnataka also has been very clearly told to all of you by many 2-3 speakers and also the presentation. So Karnataka consistently has been working at it. It is not a overnight achievement. Over a period of time, even the vicharada bagge, how to prevent, how to control, how to reduce the consumption of tobacco and tobacco products. ಈ ವಿಚಾರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ we have been working consistently and over a period of time we've been constantly reforming. So similarly, after our government came and I became the health minister also, these discussions took place and we thought that certain things we have to take some preventive action, especially when the issue of hookah bars, other ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಆಯಿತು, where hookah itself has got addictive material in it, and also a lot of other even more dangerous products were also being mixed with the hookah, and that was causing a lot of health issues and greater addiction amongst the youth. So when we took the decision, I think there was a lot of legal issues we thought will come, because there is also a legal right to have a hookah bar. And all those things happened, but we managed to win all the cases. Even the High Court stood by us, and we were the attempt to overcome that did not happen. And similarly, certain other amendments that was made in the Act, Kodpa Act, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಏಜನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಮತ್ತು ಫೈನ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದರ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ into the act. So recently, just about a few days back, so all the tobacco vendors had a big meeting, and there were almost 2,000 people in the meeting, and they were saying, sir, because of this act, no, we are being troubled so much by all the police, so you have to help us. So that was the discussion there. So I mean, there is always two sides to every story. I'm not saying ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಎರಡು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಈ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಐ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಅಲೌ ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೋ ಟು ಬಿ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರೀಲಿ, or I'm going to dilute the act. I cannot say all those things. The only thing I can say is, if you are facing any harassment, unnecessary harassment by the police, then definitely we will try and put in the word, and you come and discuss with us what exactly is the issue, and we'll try and sort it out. But ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಕೈಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ I told them. So there are issues. Why tobacco has not been banned is there are so many issues. Otherwise, it's a product that should actually, if you look at it, should be banned without thinking too much, because the causes of tobacco consumption is well established, proved beyond any doubt, not even reasonable doubt, beyond any doubt. So, but still we're not able to do it. Why? Because of the social and economic and political, and even also legal issues are there. Right to your free to take your own decisions, all those things. So there are so many complications, and growers, they are another constituency that we have to look at. The revenue is there, then so many issues. So that's why we've not been able. So the only way is to ensure that people don't get into this. The people don't start consuming it. How do we control that? How do we prevent that? So there has to be a lot of disincentives, a lot of other ways of dissuading them from doing it. So ಈ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೇ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾನೂನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನೂನುಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಈಗ 21 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಂತ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಸೇದೋರು ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. People below 21 are not smoking today. Legally they cannot smoke, or they cannot buy. They cannot buy. We are not saying we cannot smoke. They cannot go and buy. Am I right? Yes. Or they cannot smoke. They cannot buy. They cannot go to a shop and buy any tobacco product. That is what we have. But if he is smoking from somewhere, there is no ban. We can't take him and put him into jail because he is smoking. So because it's also an issue which they have to be rehabilitated. It's a social issue. So it has to be tackled from various angles. And so we have taken a few decisions, and of course implementation is also happening. That's why all these people came to me. Because police ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಫೈನ್ ಹಾಕಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೊದಲು 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ 1000 ರೂಪಾಯಿವರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. So they're catching all of people and putting them 500 rupees, 700 rupees, 1000 rupees, all kinds of fines they're putting. So whatever. So that is having an impact. So ultimately we have to educate people. We have to make them aware. And it should become a voluntary decision that we will not get into this. So for that, it's a multi-pronged approach, legal and through our education system, through our schools, because that is the age when they get into this. But in the age of maybe 13, 12, 14 to the age of 18 to 20, 21, normally is the age, I think till 21, 22. After that, it is unlikely that anyone will become a smoker. Very rare. So we have to catch this group, and we have to intensify our campaign there. So what we need to do is, I think, already we are doing, but how we can even greater focus on this group. This group is in schools and colleges. So they're all, it's a captive audience for us. Siktar namge. So how do we target this audience? How do we make it more effective, our campaign, to prevent, to get into this habit of smoking, or to eat, or get into the habit of, taking any other product, gutka or whatever. ಸೊ ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಫೋಕಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ and it should be a proper campaign. We should already things are there, but how do we make it better, strengthen it, and so that ಅದನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Any suggestions from the WHO and other and wherever best practices are there. So like one of the issue is no tobacco product should be on display. What if we make a law that no tobacco products should be on display? They can keep it in the store, but it should not be visible. So ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಕಾನೂನು ತಂದರೆ ತರಬಹುದಾ ಅಂತ ನಾವು we can examine. So ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ at least only people who want to buy will go and ask and take. So ಈ ಥರದ this is one way. And also whether it should be made unbranded. That is, there should not be any branding on the products, on the packet. ನಾವು ಈಗ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಪಾನ್ ಮಸಾಲದು, what is it called ಅದು, Vimal and all top stars only. So it's all surrogate branding. So what is happening? So they will go and ask, so whether we should we become tighter and stricter on this surrogate branding. ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಾರುಖ್ ಖಾನು, ಆಮಿರ್ ಖಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರೋ ನಾಟ್ ಆಮಿರ್ ಖಾನ್, ಅಜಯ್ ದೇವನ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ they are making it very obvious. You ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ and two people sitting together, that means you mix both and have. That's what they're trying to say. Mix tobacco and mix this thing and have it. So that is what the message they're giving. So openly they're giving, and we are not able to prevent it. So that maybe that government of India also should make it somehow see that this kind of surrogate branding also is stopped, and product information on the packaging should be like either it should be very minimum or minute so that it's not visible, doesn't attract. So all these kind of things further to strengthen our laws. Anything is there, definitely we are willing to do. As a state, we are with this entire movement. Just because you got an award, we will not sit and say ella ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. We are willing to do more. We have no hesitation, because definitely the problem connected to tobacco is huge. So it affects our people, our health of the people, and ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ತಯಾರಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಆದರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕಂಗ್ರ್ಯಾಚುಲೇಟ್ our DD mental health and NTCP and JD and our commissioner, all the people connected, MD NHM, all of them. He is ivatte bandidare, but still is getting the credit. So he will be inspired to do more. So ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ, ನಾವು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಥರ I want to thank WHO for having recognized us and given us this award, and it will inspire us to do more work, and we will continue to, not only in tobacco, in any other addictive, narcotic, all these kind of things, we have to, because it is becoming a huge menace today in society, and it has to be tackled from all sides, from the police, from our side, from every side. So we will all work together. Thank you very much.
Hello, brother.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಬಹಳ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಚಿವರು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಇಲಾಖೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೇನೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಬಾಕಿ ಇದೆ ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೊ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಮುಂದಿನ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವೋಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ಮೇ ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಜನಿ ಪಿ ಟು ಡೂ ದಿ ವೋಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
ಸೊ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. So it gives me immense pleasure to give this vote of thanks, and I'll break the silence. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಸಿಗರೇಟ್ ಸೇದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಇದುವರೆಗೂ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಮೋಕಿಂಗ್. ಸರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. So it gives me immense pleasure. Our very humble, simple health minister Shri Dinesh Gundarao sir. Sir, it was pleasure, and ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೇನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರು, very approachable, so very accessible. So this is what we hear everywhere, sir. That gives us more courage and responsibility also. I thank you very much, sir, on behalf of all the officers from Health and Family Welfare, and also request momente to be given to the sir. commissioner who is always, very quick, very simple, and always when we are stressed, sir gives quick solutions to us. So I thank Shri Dr. Avinash Menon Rajendran, our new machine director, sir. Sir, looking forward for your support and guidance to do more and more things. I thank Dr. Pratima Murthy, Director NIMHANS. I've been working with Madam when I was in jail also. Don't be shocked, I was a psychiatrist in jail. From 25 years, Madam has been very supportive, guiding. Thank you, ma'am. So, Madam ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ಏನಮ್ಮ ನೆನ್ನೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ನೀನು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, I also thank our beloved director, Uma Bugi, ma'am. And I have kept this little later. I thank Dr. Yutaro Satayo, WHO lead NCD, because I have kept this little later because it is difficult to, pronounce. We also checked how to pronounce. Thank you very much, sir. So I thank Praveen Sinha, sir, who has come all the way from Delhi yesterday midnight and made our program success. Thank you very much, sir. And I thank our Joint Director and Member Secretary, State Tobacco Control Cell, Dr. Rajni M. So we always say, now tumba Rajni Siddhivi sir anta. So, Madam So I thank Dr. Amit, who has come from Vital Strategies. I thank IPH representatives, including Dr. Prashant, Director. And I thank all the online participants, media people, all my friends and dignitaries who are in front of us. Thank you very much. So International Yoga Divasa, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗಾಳಿ ಕುಡಿಯೋಣ, ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೋ ಗಾಳಿ ಇವತ್ತಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Sir, national anthem ಇದೆ sir. So few minutes, national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Such a